Hi, Riley. Thanks for your question. If we are going to determine the arc cosine of -1/2, we actually have two separate questions to answer. The first one is will help us determine the magnitude of the angle. And the second question is going to help us determine which quadrant it's in. So the first question, what is the angle whose cosine is 1/2 in the first quadrant? So we're just looking at the number here. So if we're in the first quadrant, the angle whose cosine is 1/2 in the first quadrant is 60 degrees. I prefer to work in radians, so I'm going to call it pi/3. We'll go ahead and put that down here for our answer. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the second question. Where is cosine negative in the domain of arc cosine? Sounds complicated, but it's not. What we need to figure out here is what is the domain of the arc cosine function. It's actually not defined for all of these quadrants. It's only defined for the first quadrant and the second quadrant. So we're going to go ahead and cross the other ones out. Where is cosine negative in this domain? How I always remembered is I would start in the fourth quadrant and I would write C-A-S-T. The word cast stands for cosine, all, sine, tangent. Each of these functions is positive in this quadrant that it's in. So everything's positive up here, sine's positive here, tangent's positive here, cosine's positive here. We're not working with these. So it looks like cosine is positive over here, but negative over here because only sine is positive over here. So we're definitely in the second quadrant. So it's going to be the multiple of pi/3 in the second quadrant. So we'll go ahead and put that over here. 2 pi/3 is your answer. Thanks again for your question, Riley, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using Snap Math in the future.